Howdy, Banger pals. Blayne Smith joining you for another Overkill Reviews, Banger's weekly metal review show. And hey, this week, let's dump them out. Yes, hooray. Today I'm talking about the new album from Castle Rack called The Bestiary. It's a book of beasts. It's out today, September 19th on King Volume Records. There's a good chance you've heard about the Brooklyn-based doom band at this point. While they formed in 2019, it was their debut album last year, which of course I featured in Metal Monthly, that immediately shot them into public eye. Their album, not my feature. Blending doom metal with over-the-top fantasy performances and a third thing I can't put my finger on, they stand out from the crowd quite easily. So, is their new album living up to their lofty positioning, or is this one-year turnaround a smash and grab to milk as much cash before the jig is up? Only one way to find out. I'm J. Jonah Jameson. This is my review. Yeah, look, we're gonna get to it, but don't be weird. Chill out. Let's talk about something else, and then just let it come up naturally. I know this is gonna be a horned-up review, but just be normal. Be cool. So, around the release of the first album, Franco Vittore replaced Henry Black as lead guitarist, resident Dracula, meaning if you've seen them live, you've probably seen him, but this is the first record he's on. Luckily, his performance is a lot bigger, helping fill the main hole in Castle. You could say the first record was a little simple on the guitar front. This is still a doom record, so we're not going crazy, but his performance is a lot more is more. Him soloing for the last full minute of Serpent is exactly what Castle Rat needs. But the low-key star of the show is Joshua Sturmick, the Druid on drums, who is chronically missing vowels in his last name. I caught Castle Rat live on this tour last week, and the power he's playing the drums with adds an incredible punch to things. It's really full-armed strokes, adding a strong bottom to some. All right, enough of the. Okay, he's one of those classic drummers in a doom band who likes to keep busy, but he's in a doom band, so he's always finding creative ways to keep his hands going without overpowering the song. Here's the two of them really coming together on Dragon. Last one, I swear. Okay, but yes. It can't be denied that there's another reason for all the attention. People are showing up for the Rat Queen, Riley Pinkerton, and why? Well, yes, because of the B word. Banjo! Take it away, Riley! Sorry, it's a fun band, so it's a silly review. No, it's boobs. She do got them titties out, but is that it? Can we all just pop our tops and then sell out 400 cap venues around the nation? No, obviously not. She may be new to the metal world, but as evidenced by that footage of an 18-year-old Riley playing banjo in a fiddle band, she's been making music for what we can assume is her whole life. And boy, howdy, can you tell that in her voice. She's got the bass of that great style of female doom vocal that always hits, just like Mesa, who I reviewed earlier this year, but also like Mesa, she has a larger heap of her own character that really impacts the sound. It's a familiar sound, but the instant she starts singing, there's no mixing her up with anyone else. That is a Castle Rat song or a Folktown Fiddle, whatever the hell that thing's called. And then on top of that, she's playing rhythm guitar as a bonus, which is like, girl, I think you're doing enough for the band, chill. But her voice holds up to and elevates tracks any given way, even when they're doing big doom crescendos. Her voice is standing up there with drums, bass, and 2 guitars. So, you know, it's formidable. It's a gimmick band. They're a gimmick of course it's a gimmick. This is metal. It's all a gimmick. One of my favorite genres is Norwegian guys putting on face makeup and going like this in the woods. It's a gimmick. Rob Halford broke his damn nose riding a Harley on stage in Toronto in '91 and then fell off his motorcycle again in 2011 on stage. The motorcycle is actively hindering the performance of Judas Priest at this time. No one's like, motorcycle on stage, gimmick band. He got knocked on con. The question should be, is the gimmick good? And yeah, man, it's really fun. You get to see a band perform, and there's theater to go with it, or panto if you're British. They've managed to craft music that makes sense in this context, and afterwards, you can't really imagine it without the gimmick. Not because it can't stand up on its own, but because it fits so well. Like when they adapt a fantasy book and an actor just nails one of the characters, they're on that Peter Dinklage tip. Plus, there's also just like a tongue-in-cheekness to it all that counteracts any real criticism. You're a gimmick band. Yeah, man, we got 5 characters. Chainmail Bikini, Rock and Roll Dracula, Cowboy Plague Doctor looking like Orville Pestilence, an ARPG shaman in low-level gear, and then there's a sexy rat with a scythe who doesn't even play an instrument. They know they're not pulling a fast one. This is very out in the open. Everything is out in the... If that bugs you, I don't imagine you're the most fun guy, and guy being the key word here, to be around. At the end of the day, this is Doom. I'll take this over the #1 Doom band gimmick, which is, hey, have you heard of weed before? Yeah, guys, I have. It's fine. The whole thing is more work, not less, and enhances the end product. So I say, gimmick away! I'm so okay with gimmick. In the middle of these videos, I do a gimmick where I pretend we have a sponsor, but then reveal, twist, the sponsor's you, and I do it every time. So yeah, we don't have sponsors. We don't have to advertise you VPNs because we have a Patreon. You give us a couple bucks. We get to keep doing this. It's fun. It's great. We put up bonus content up there. So big old Vince Neil interview just went up. Tip sheets every month, so you get more records if you just want more records. And you know, if you can't do that, just a like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube channel goes a long way. Okay, enough gushing. Let's maintain a little credibility here and provide some constructive criticism. I'm a married man after all. These feminine wiles don't work on me. So I don't assume Castle Rat thought they'd be in the position they already are, so they had to go from underground curiosity to headliner pretty quick, which means they have to make a headliner record. They have to have a headliner amount of music. The first record was a great intro to the band, but 32 minutes is a little short, so for this one, 49 minutes. That's too much. I like the interlude stuff. It fits with what we're doing here. It fits the vibe. It fits the stage show, but let's keep them sons of bitches under 2 minutes, shall we? And I certainly don't need 5 of them. You're making an album, not stuffing a bloody pillow. Vintage Blayne complaint there. Regardless, they have crafted a great ethereal fantasy doom record, but maybe this is just personal preference. Maybe this is just because I like that kind of music, but I think it will work. I see it in the... I'm going to put a little stank on it. They started to show that like in the middle of Siren with an awesome guitar solo by Franco, led in by a real metal oog from Riley, which gets the gears turning. I want a little grease slathered around. Give me a track where the Rat Reaper-esque possesses Riley and she does some more like aggressive vocals and we get something closer to like a doomy midnight track since we're already peddling in smut over here. This it might just be me thinking, but it also tells me that this whole thing's got legs. I can see a lot of places they can take this, and it's fun to imagine in their little world, which is part of the reason we read fantasy books and stuff, right? So that tells me they're nailing the assignment. This negative turned into a positive because this record is quite good. Here's that ugh into solo I was talking about. A lot of bands wilt under the pressure that Castle Rat finds themselves under. Castle Rat have delivered the record that we asked for and brought a whole damn stage show with it. Seriously, even the damn rat can dance, which is completely unnecessary. She up on stage moving like her day job as pole instructor or something. I like heavy metal. I like fantasy world building, so why the hell would I not want them all in one package? Long live Castle Rat, and I'm giving it 4 out of 5 chainmail bikini skulls. I don't know how Daniel's doing that one. So what do you think of the Castle Rat record? Are you vibing as much as I am? They're on a big tour right now. I know a lot of people are reporting that they've saw them. I saw them. It was fantastic. Like I said, big, great stage show. And I know, technically I'm reviewing a record, but it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So let me know in the comments what you think. But we wouldn't be leaving you without shout outs. Of course, I have a couple more records for you. Up first, if you do like Doom, longtime wizards of the genre Slowmatics are back with Atomocult Majestic Mountain Records, September 12th, which was last week. And then this week, if I mentioned like some midnighty type stuff and you need something like that, Sadistic Goat Messiah is releasing Violence on Dying Victims Productions September 19th. And I am once again reminding you that the very phenomenal Solicitor record, Enemy in Mirrors, comes out today on Gates of Hell Records. So that is that. That's the shout outs. That's the review. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll be there. I'll be there joshing with you. Say something nice. Say something mean. When someone asked on Metal Monthly why I didn't mention Castle Rat, someone was like, Castle Rat's too fun for blood. Like, what? What is your perception of me?